Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that he will be leaving this summer. Hello, hi guys, welcome back to the Football Showdown channel. Today we're going to talk about the transfer news for Arsenal after ending the Premier League season on a losing note. We were very close, yet so far. The transfer news is for that specific reason on who we can bring on or what are the outgoings from Arsenal. Before we get into the video, I have a small request for you guys. I'm almost close to hitting 350 subscribers as soon as possible. So if you guys are not yet subscribed, keep subscribing to my channel because I've been consistent throughout my journey so far in the YouTube industry. I've been so far consistent with uploading videos for you guys to give my honest reactions, to give my honest responses to a bunch of things that are happening in terms of football. So if you guys are not yet subscribed, please keep subscribing and do keep liking, do keep commenting, because that is how we build a community and that is how we build a relationship between me and you guys out there. Let's not dwell much about it and let's get into the news ASAP. First and foremost that I have on this agenda or for this video is our own Haylander, the guy who started the entire project for Arteta of the rebuild. It was during the Boxing Day of 2020. Our own Haylander, Emil Smith-Rowe, he's on the agenda for today. It might be positive news for many, it might be sort of a sad news, and some people are already fed up with him, but I'm here trying to give my unbiased opinion about him and what is surrounding regarding Emil Smith-Rowe. Many of you have been an immense fan of Emil Smith-Rowe since his Hayland days. Me, as a fan as well, have been very invested in his journey from Hayland all the way through the first team as well, and he's been really impressive, don't get me wrong, but with his injuries, with the way the team has evolved over the last 2 years, in spite of his injuries as well, we've done really well. And do you think it is almost time for us to cash in on him? I do not know, but do let me know in the comment section about what you guys think about it. So let's talk about the facts that we have surrounding Emil Smith-Rowe today. Emil Smith-Rowe do want to talk with the club regarding his future in the club. Is he going to get minutes? Does he need to go on a loan, or is he going to be sold? For now, we know that he's been desperate to get minutes. He's back from injury. He looks to be fit. He looks to be steady as well. He looks kind of sharp as well. He's not accumulated those many minutes as well. Initially, when he was fit and was playing really well, he made it even into the England squad. But now, with him being sidelined for over 2 years or so, he's not been there. So he's almost at that age where he needs to go outside and get minutes. Or do you think he will have minutes at the Arsenal? We do not know. But he's going to hold talks with the manager and with the board regarding it. We also know that Ipswich Town as well as West Ham are looking to sign him on loan, if I'm not wrong. There has been enough resources on Twitter as well. And I have a bunch of people from the Arsenal PR site are telling me as well that he might be looking for loan as well. I know many fans have responded negatively towards it, saying that how can Emil Smith-Rowe go on another loan? He either plays now or Arsenal need to cash in on him. Me personally, I hope he has a space in the team. I do still wonder if he will be the starting player or not. I honestly don't think he will be the starter unless he changes his entire style of play that is needed in the team. That is sort of a player that drags away defenders, making sure that Martinelli plays as an inside forward, which we will talk about that in a separate video that I have planned for. But Emil Smith-Rowe, in my personal opinion, I do not think he should go on a loan. It will be wonderful if he goes on a loan, don't get me wrong, but I think we are at a stage at Arsenal where I think we have evolved as a club drastically or dramatically, or whatever words you want, at a level where if Smith-Rowe comes in, he will be a backup. I'm afraid he won't be a starter. So in my opinion, if he goes on loan, great, and if he does well, even better. But if we can cash in on him and use that in our transfer budget, I wouldn't mind that as well. But do let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it, because he's in Haylander. There's a lot of sentiment around Emil Smith-Rowe as well. So it is a touchy topic, but we do need to be very progressive about this, or we do need to be very, what was the word? Be shrewd about it, because we are a club that is trying to win a trophy as soon as possible. We cannot be stuck on sentiment only. So do let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it. Next up, Thomas Partey. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that he will be leaving this summer, and I couldn't be more happier that it is done. I'm so glad that Thomas Partey is leaving this Arsenal. With all the wages that he's accumulated in spite of him being injured, is just horrendous for the team. I'm not going to blame him, because injuries are part and parcel of a player's career. But as a club that is trying to progress, as a club that needs his type of profile day in and day out, week in and week out, I do not think we can take the risk of keeping him for more than this season, or this summer at least. With the kind of wages that we're paying him, I think we can save a lot on that, and we can use that money in our transfer budget, or give it to another player who will guarantee us starts week in and week out. Because whenever Thomas Partey has played with Declan Rice, that is, I think, just the last 5 games, if I'm not wrong. And in those 5 games, it looked good, but physically, I think he was dusted. I do not think he has the levels to come back to the levels that he was before his big injury that he has had this season. In my opinion, Thomas Partey is a much better player than Declan Rice. But the best ability of a player is his availability, and that is what Declan Rice has over Thomas Partey. Last season, before that season as well, we were always scared when Thomas Partey is going to get injured. It's not if, it's more like when he was going to get injured, and then again that would bring a lot of instability in the midfield as well. But with Declan Rice in that team, we've almost never missed a beat while playing in the midfield. It almost looked like we were assured in the midfield, if I'm not wrong. So with Thomas Partey leaving, I think it's a huge weight lifted off our shoulder. We can go and invest that money in a player like Onana, or it could be Zubimendi as well, or it could be Frankie de Jong. I will cover all these topics in another video, so stay tuned for that. But do let me know in the comment section if you guys think Thomas Partey leaving Arsenal in this summer window is a better thing for Arsenal than him leaving in the winter, or even at the end of this season. Do let me know in the comment section about it. Right, we spoke about 2 players that might leave the club in this summer, but let's talk about 2 players that are very exciting profiles, are very exciting prospects for the future for Arsenal as well, which we may or may not try and sign them, or sign one of them in this summer, because in my opinion, I do not think it's a priority. But those 2 names that come into my mind is Victor Gyökeres and Benjamin Sesko. Right, I've made a whole video saying why Gyökeres is a good player, or the right fit for the Arsenal, right? But here's the thing, the season that he has had so far has been incredible. The number of goals he scored, the number of assists he scored, the number of assists he has had. He's won even the cup as well. So with that, his transfer value has gone all the way to close to 100 million, if I'm not wrong. And now, speaking of a 100 million player, in my opinion, I do not think the striker's position is an importance for the Arsenal. That is why spending 100 million for a player who may or may not start for us is not correct. Because we have Havertz, who's done really well as a number 9 this season, and I'm assuming that he'll do much better next season as well, because the moment he's shifted from the midfield role to the number 9 position, he's been incredible. He's at 20 goal contributions already, and that is only since, if I'm not wrong, he's played in that position since the FA Cup game against Liverpool, where we've all lost our heads because of the kind of chances that Havertz has missed. But there's always vision when Havertz played in that position. If you guys have watched that, you know how much it took for me to digest the entire Havertz signing, and then him playing in that position as well. But there was always vision of him doing well there, and it worked out. People said that it might work out only in the month of April or March, but he's done all the way till the end of the season, and he's been very accurate, at the same time very consistent. So that is why, in my opinion, spending 100 million for Gyökeres in that position, which is not a priority this summer, is not the right option. Which brings me to the next solution. He is sort of a semi prospect, semi established player. That is Benjamin Sesko. For 50 to 55 million, or let's say 60 million as a round figure, I think that is a good signing in my opinion. He's had the goals, he's had the assists as well. I've seen a bunch of compilations. I was not that well versed with him, but as time went, I've spent some more time looking into his profile in terms of videos, in terms of like reading his stats, in terms of reading articles as well about how he could be playing or how he could be deployed in the Arsenal team, which brings me so much more confidence in the signing of Benjamin Sesko for the Arsenal. Speaking of Arsenal, if you guys have been following me on Twitter, I made a small poll about the kind of striker that we need to sign this summer. I made a small poll. We've had about 20 to 25 responses. First poll was between who should we sign, Sesko, Gyökeres, between these two. Surprisingly, majority of them went and said we need to sign Benjamin Sesko. I guess the factor was the money as well. I do not know, but majority of them said Benjamin Sesko, but which was sort of a surprise. But what completely blew me was the fact when I asked the fans out there, where I had close to 35 people responding to that tweet and to that poll, where I've asked, guys, who should we sign if available, Benjamin Sesko or Alexander Isak? And I was blown away. Majority of the people said we need to sign Benjamin Sesko. It was just not like this or like that. It was like there was enough gap. Like when I say majority, there was a good gap between the signing of Benjamin Sesko, people wanting the signing of Benjamin Sesko, and people wanting the signing of Alexander Isak. So I think many people are aware of Benjamin Sesko's price tag when compared to Alexander Isak's price tag, which is close to 100 or 120 million. So in my opinion, if we sign Sesko, I think that would be a great signing for Arsenal for that, because we can invest the rest of the money in a midfielder, in a defender, probably another wing back if you're selling Zinchenko, or when we are signing a player who can cover for Saka, or who needs to rotate with Saka as well. It's all up in the air. It's just still the first week of the rumors. The summer market has not yet opened. It will open on the June 14th if I'm not wrong. So there's going to be so much news that is going to happen from now, the moment I'm recording, all the way to the starting of the summer window. So stay tuned. I will do a bunch of wrap-ups every week unless there is some breaking news that is going to come out in the middle of the week. But yeah, stay tuned. Until the window opens, I will do the transfer news almost every week, just trying to wrap up all the news that is going to happen in that entire week, or what are the potential signings that we can make. I will be analyzing the different midfielders that we've been linked to, on how that person could be fitting into the profile that Arsenal needs as well. So look into that. I will be posting that as well. So yeah, stay tuned. Exciting times. We have the Euros as well that is coming up in the summer. I have my graduation in about 3-4 weeks. Yeah, it's all exciting times. I'm excited. I know about you guys, but if you guys are excited, do keep subscribing, do keep liking, and do keep commenting on all my videos. Until the next time, I will see you soon. Till then, good morning, good evening, good night. Peace.